If this year hurt you, not loudly, not dramatically, but quietly, if it left you tired in ways you can't explain, if it changed you in ways no one noticed, this is for you. Because Christmas is coming. Lights are going up. Music is playing. People are smiling online. And yet, inside, something feels heavy. Not sadness exactly, not anger, just a quiet ache. The kind that comes from carrying too much for too long. No one really talks about this part of the year. They talk about gratitude, celebration, fresh starts, but they don't talk about the silent inventory your mind takes in December. The moments you replay, the chances you missed, the versions of yourself you never became. They don't talk about how the end of a year can feel like standing in front of a mirror you didn't ask for, and the reflection is complicated. If this year hurt you, it probably didn't hurt all at once. It hurt slowly, in small disappointments, in plans that faded quietly, in effort that didn't turn into results, in hope that didn't disappear but got tired. You kept going anyway, and that matters. Some pain doesn't come from failure, it comes from trying, from showing up when you weren't sure anymore, from hoping again after hope already failed you once, from being strong when you didn't feel strong at all. That kind of pain doesn't look dramatic. It looks like silence, like exhaustion, like surviving. If this year hurt you, you might be asking yourself questions you don't say out loud. Why did this take so much out of me? Why do I feel behind? Why does everyone else look like they're moving forward? Let me tell you something gently. You are not broken for feeling this way. You are human. Social media shows highlights. Life gives us seasons, and some seasons are not for winning. They're for enduring, for learning, for shedding old versions of yourself that can't come with you anymore. Growth is not always loud. Sometimes growth feels like loss. This year may have taken things from you: confidence, certainty, people, dreams. But it may have also given you something quieter: perspective, depth, strength you didn't know you had. You don't see it yet, and that's okay. Most important things are invisible while they're forming. If this year hurt you, please don't rush to fix yourself before Christmas. You don't need to become someone new in a few weeks. You don't need a perfect ending. You need honesty, rest, and permission to feel what you feel without judging yourself for it. Here's something no one tells you. Healing does not happen on January 1st. It happens in moments like this, when you stop fighting your feelings, when you stop pretending you're okay just to keep up appearances, when you allow yourself to sit with what happened without running from it. That is strength. You might be tempted to tell yourself, next year will be different. I'll start fresh. I'll do better. Those thoughts aren't wrong, but they don't need pressure. Change doesn't come from punishment. It comes from clarity. And clarity comes from reflection. Before Christmas arrives, ask yourself gently, what did this year teach me about my limits, about my needs, about what I can no longer tolerate? What did it reveal about who I am becoming? Not who you wanted to be, who you actually are now. That matters more. If this year hurt you, you might feel like you're behind. But behind what? Someone else's timeline? Someone else's expectations? Someone else's edited life? There is no universal schedule for becoming yourself. Some people bloom early. Some bloom after winters that feel endless. Both are valid. Let me say this clearly. Surviving a hard year is not a failure.
It is an achievement. Even if no one claps for it, even if it doesn't look impressive, even if it doesn't show up on a resume or a feed, you are still here, and that means something. Christmas doesn't require you to be healed. It doesn't require you to be joyful. It doesn't require you to have everything figured out. It simply arrives, just like life does. Your job is not to perform happiness. Your job is to be honest with yourself. Maybe this Christmas is quieter for you. Maybe it feels heavier. Maybe you're celebrating less and reflecting more. That doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It might mean you're finally listening. If this year hurt you, let it end gently. Not with self-criticism, not with comparison, not with regret that poisons what you still have. Let it end with compassion. For the version of you who tried, for the version of you who didn't know better, for the version of you who kept going anyway. You don't need a miracle before Christmas. You need rest. You need kindness, especially from yourself. And you need to remember this: a painful year does not define your future. It prepares it. So as the lights go up and the year grows quiet, take a breath. You made it through something hard, and that alone means the story is not over. If this year hurt you, stay. The next chapter hasn't been written yet, and you are still here to write it.